With all this fuss about net neutrality, exactly how much are we relying on America for our regular global use of the internet? That all depends on who is between you and the services you want to use. ISP are currently using their position between consumers and service providers to try and double dip on everyone, charging consumers more to access specific sites, and services more to access their customers. If you are not their customer, you will likely notice nothing. Single quote closing square bracket. The real issue is when people in Germany, Japan, the US, or anywhere make a new web service that everyone loves. It could change everyone's lives for the better in tangible ways, and it would not matter. Either this shit gets fixed or an innovator's only hope of making any money is getting bought out by a giant conglomerate. They won't be able to keep the lights on. New Zealand here. We don't have net neutrality. There's nothing stopping ISPs here from charging for content except for healthy competition. If my ISP screws me, I change to one that doesn't. This is what the US lacks. People don't have a choice in ISP, they have to use what they have access to. As I see it, small startups in the US will fail to compete with the big corporations, reducing competition on the global scale. That's the only global impact I can see, but there's probably more that I don't understand. Quote closing square bracket. As far as I can tell, as long as our countries maintain decent net neutrality laws, America is the only place that's going to be badly affected. If you happen to be connecting to an American server, it might be a bit slower, but their ISPs can't charge us fees. There are multiple aspects to this. Commercial users like US data centers that get throttled might go overseas, even if only to Canada, Mexico, or even France, St. Pierre, Miquelon. Personal users, it will just be Bahika. Does this not create a massive new opening for a new ISP that simply chooses not to throttle based on payments from websites? Wouldn't this just mean everyone would move to them? Or is the startup cost for a new ISP simply too high for this to ever be a possibility? Quote closing square bracket. We don't really know right now. The most strict parts of net neutrality are only about 2 years old, meaning that for years ISPs didn't do all of the things people are currently scared of. While some ISPs have been caught engaging some unethical practices, it wasn't as widespread or frequent as people's looming fears. Considering sites like Facebook, YouTube, Reddit, and any Google services are based in America, along with probably most of the stuff you do online, it's a huge chunk. However, from my understanding of net neutrality and what they're planning, it's more a case of ISPs limiting the speed to access certain sites or just flat out blocking. This could lead to political bias.